Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire!
And tonight we're talking about Black Lightning.
Yes.
Season
2, episode, I think, 11.
The Book of Blood.
Yeah, season 2, episode 11, The Book of Secrets.
Oh.
Chapter 1, Prodigal Son.
Yes. That. Well, I think the Prodigal Son obviously, is talking about, Khalil.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, let me just say this right now. This episode was actually decent, okay? There was a lot of good stuff in this episode. I mean, the show still isn't one of our favorites, but the episode was better than some of the ones in the past have been lately. So I don't really have that much to complain about. I don't know. I can't speak for her, but I don't have anything to complain about.
It was a good episode. I don't know. Give me a minute. I'll probably come up with
Jefferson
something.
was pretty mellow in this episode. He was pretty chill, okay? He wasn't causing any problems. He wasn't being the dumb, stupid Jefferson that he normally is.
True.
You know, he was actually pretty chill. But I mean, this was a pretty dramatic episode anyway because of everything that was going on with Khalil, and I mean, it primarily took place in a hospital.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be sad and it's gonna be intense. But yeah. So. I did love the line that Jennifer said though. It was so freaking awesome because that bitch deserved it.
She did.
She deserved that.
Yeah, officer,
she was breaking into my car, and she's African American. Oh yeah, bitch. Okay, well, I didn't touch your car, and it just got struck by lightning. So if you want to call the police on God, well, go for it, because I did not do that. I'm just like, oh snap.
Yeah, that was so great.
That was the best.
Probably my favorite part of the episode.
Yes. Serves her right for treating her like that. She didn't do nothing to you.
Right.
That was totally a throwback to the things that have been going on with white people calling the police on blacks for not even doing anything to them, but just solely because they're black.
Yeah.
What?
She's dealing with something. It's a hospital parking lot. Have some respect.
Yeah.
She was dealing with something, obviously.
She didn't touch your damn car, girl. Chill the
F out.
There,
mortified, and yeah, she was totally trying to break into my car. She's nowhere near the damn window.
Exactly. She didn't touch it. There was no car alarm going off. She didn't do anything.
Right? If that sucker's brand new like she claimed it was, there's gonna be an alarm.
That was an old Ford Explorer. That wasn't even brand new. That was a 90s or early 2000s Ford Explorer, okay? Mm-hmm. I mean, it was in good condition, but it wasn't a 2018.
I mean, it could have been brand new for her, you know?
Yeah. But the point is, she didn't touch it.
Right.
She was literally standing by her car, and because she was standing by it, the girl's like, she's breaking into my car, and she's black, so you need to come over here.
And she threatened me.
And do something about it.
She didn't say anything that would be threatening, at all.
That kind of stuff pisses me off.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna be, I mean, if that's probably about the racist you can get.
Yeah.
Doing something like that.
I mean, that's really, really racist, but I'm sure there's worse.
I mean, yeah, there's probably worse, but I mean, that's one of the worst. Just doing that just because, oh, well, they're this, so obviously they threatened me and tried to break into my car because they're not white.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's black. She's standing next to my car, which is nicer than probably hers. And, I mean, it's not like she's dressed like she's rich. She's dressed like she has money. What the hell? You don't need your car?
Yeah, it's you have to assume that everything that happens in this freaking country or or whatever happens is always going to be somebody of color. No. Right. A lot of the time, it's white people.
Right.
And the majority of the police officers that are getting in trouble for doing that to black people and black kids and teenagers are white.
Yeah.
And they're from the South. So,
Yeah.
check yourself before you do something like that. Getting off my soapbox now.
Okay.
Mic drop. Sorry, that just really angers me. Like, she had no business to do that.
No.
Give the girl some freaking slack. She's dealing with something. So she was walking near your car. She didn't do anything.
Right.
Calm your tits.
But yeah, like.
So yeah, the fact that she's like, you want to call the police on God? All right.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, awesomeness at its finest. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm glad we got to see that girl who Nissa's with. I don't know her name. What's her name? The girl who she sometimes has a thing with.
I don't say Grace, but I know who's from. It's
And
on a different show.
I liked that the lady was helping Jen control her powers, you know, and bringing her to that place of, you know, being able to come down from it and not, you know, be so enraged by, you know, everything.
Being able to control it.
And then, you know, just that scene with, like, where they were dressed nice, prom probably.
Yeah, she said, it's prom.
I mean, it's sad. It was, like, sad because, you know, it was a dream.
Well, it wasn't a dream. It was in her mind.
And yeah, it was in her mind. It was, like, her happy place because he's her happy place. Or one of them. And, you know, it was just sad when, like, they were hugging and then he wasn't there. Like, it just, I don't know.
That was the moment the lion went.
And then that Henderson is helping them. I mean, but it's not like he hasn't been working with him the whole time. I mean,
since season 1.
Like, Jefferson always goes to him. He's the chief, the lead guy of the...
Oh, now he is.
Yeah, now. But...
Yeah, not last season.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I like that Henderson knows everything now. Like, about Gambi and everything.
And I mean, Gambi was just doing that to try to, like, save his skin, man. He wasn't...
Yeah.
Like, he knows people are out to get him, and he's like, I'm gonna try to find you.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't somebody do that if somebody was trying to kill them? So...
Yeah.
I mean, I understand where Henderson's coming from and why it bothers him. Because, you know, technically Black Lightning is a vigilante. And, you know, police don't like vigilantes. So it makes sense. But it's still good that he's in the know.
Yeah.
About what's going on. And he's not completely in the dark and isn't kept from it like he was before. So.
Yep. He's basically Black Lightning's version of Quentin from Arrow.
Yeah. But I hope that, like, they actually start to give us some more stuff about the girl, like Nissa's girl.
Yeah.
Because we see her, but then she's just in the scene. She doesn't really have anything, you know. And then, like, before when we saw her, it was always the stuff happening to her. And we don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah.
So hopefully they start to deal with that.
Yeah, I want to know what's wrong with her face.
Because, I mean, I know that, like, Tobias is still the threat. And they're still going to try to stop him.
Yep.
But maybe what he did has something to do with her. Or maybe it has to do with the pods. I don't know. But it's got to be related to one of those things. So I hope that they start to delve into that.
Yeah.
And Lynn was freaking badass in this episode.
Lynn is amazing. I like Lynn.
She is. That doctor can kiss it. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
If there's something that they can try, like, you'd think that they would use all of their options.
Well, if it's not,
If it's not legal.
if it's the trial that, like, if it's like
No, I can
experimental
understand them
and
not wanting
stuff,
to use experimental.
like, it's not that she didn't want to. She legally couldn't.
She couldn't, yeah.
But
I mean, Jen was like, you have to do something. Like, you can't
Mm-hmm.
just let him be here and not try something.
Yeah. I mean, they tried to sedate him, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it depends on, like, you know, because there are hospitals and there are doctors who will use experimental trials on people to, like, see if it's gonna work. You know?
Yeah, but those have already been tested.
Yeah. So this hadn't been. So.
Yeah, and even though it had, like, I mean, it kind of had been on pod kids, but half of them died.
Yeah.
So that's a 50-50
So, I mean,
shot.
yeah, so the doctor had a valid point.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, half the pod kids died from these experiments.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you really want me to do this in my hospital on somebody like this who's in this state? Like, no.
Yeah, that's not okay.
So, I mean, I can understand her dilemma and why she didn't support it.
Yeah.
But, you know, they had to try something.
Mm-hmm.
So.
They did. And they did, but
even if it still
work.
killed him.
What they tried, they couldn't do because he couldn't be put under, so.
Yeah, because it was already in his system, right? Too much, like, and it was making him sick. It was toxic, so.
Yeah.
It was so much of it that it was killing him.
Yep.
But, I mean, you know, in a way, like, I wasn't expecting him to die in this episode.
Right.
But in a way, like, I'm kind of glad that that part of it is kind of done with. Because, like, yeah, they're still going to try to get justice and revenge on Tobias because of what happened to Khalil.
Jennifer is blowing her stack.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's understandable. Her love is dead because of Tobias and his freaking evilness.
Yeah, she wants to go murder his ass.
I'd want to murder his ass, too. Yeah. Losing my love? Right. But yeah, like, I'm just kind of glad that part of the story's over. Because, I mean, there wasn't really much else they could have done with Khalil anyway. Yeah. He was gonna eventually die. Yeah. Because once he pulled that out of him, that was what was keeping him alive, practically. I mean,
it was keeping him out of the wheelchair.
Yeah, it was keeping him out of the wheelchair. It was giving him the abilities that he had. And everything. So without that, he's basically helpless.
Yeah, if they would have saved him, he would have been in a chair again. And I wasn't looking forward to that storyline.
Yeah, and I mean, he would have just probably been feeling sorry for himself again. And he'd be like, you have powers, Jen, and I'm just sitting here in a wheelchair, can't doing anything.
Don't touch me, because I'm going to be pissed at you for no fucking reason.
So, yeah. Glad that ended. I mean, I'm sad for her. Yeah. Because she lost her boyfriend.
Yeah. And she never got to have sex with him.
She's in high school.
She kept wanting to have sex with him. Wanted him to be her first.
Yeah. But you don't have to have sex in high school.
No, I know. But, like, you know, that was the huge thing.
No, I know.
Like,
you want your first love to be the one you do that with. And that it makes sense.
Yeah. So, like, you know, I was like, is she slowing down time in her mind? Are they going to do it right now? Like, that was what was going through my head.
If it was going to happen anywhere, it would have happened at prom, probably.
Right.
So that's typically when people lost their virginity. Was prom.
Yeah. So I was like, are they going to do, like, is she going to, like, slow down time somehow? Like, is time different in the mind world? Like, are they gonna, like, do this? And it's like, nope, hug, and he disappears. I'm like, okay.
I mean, would have been a nice parting gift, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, then technically you'd have, like, it's not really her.
Yeah.
It's her brain essence.
And it wouldn't really be him technically either.
Right.
Because it's in her mind.
Yeah.
So would have been weird.
If you want to look at it psychologically, if it would have happened, then she would have been doing it with herself.
I mean,
because he was in her mind.
Yeah.
They were both in her mind. Therefore, he was basically a figment of her imagination.
Hey, maybe that's what can help her.
No.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah. I am looking forward to where they take the show.
Yeah, I mean, next week actually looks really good.
It does. Because next week, Jennifer goes off the rails looking for Tobias to kill him.
And I don't blame her.
Right.
I'd go on a rampage too. I'd be like, you killed my man! You gotta pay!
So.
Sorry.
Oh, no, the cat's tail was pushing against me.
Oh, I was
So
like, what?
Well, okay. I'm gonna just give in. But yeah, like, I don't know what else to say.
I mean, Tobias is up to his evil ways, like always.
Yeah, you got that doctor out.
Yeah. The doctor that worked with Lynn.
Yeah, and you know where they are right now, right?
Where are they?
Pod Kids. She got him to the front door, gave him access. That's what the green light was. The Pod Kid room.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. So we have that to look forward to too. But other than that,
I mean, I don't really have much else. I mean, the only thing really with Nyssa was that girl.
Yeah, Nyssa wasn't really in this.
Not much. It was mainly about Khalil and Jen and Lynn and stuff.
Yeah. There's some more Jen.
And the freaking Reverend, man! The pastor! 2 people died in this freaking episode!
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name of that girl who freaking poisoned him.
I don't know. I keep wanting to say cyanide, but I know she was the one with the, like.
Let me look it up, man.
She was the.
Well, Tobias would say her name, and I
white
just
girl
can't freaking think. She was awesome.
Right? That was cyanide.
And I like how. Oh, never mind. That's not even the same show. My bad. It's something completely different.
But yeah, the poison assassin, poisoned the handkerchief. That pink dot, I'm guessing.
That's Jen.
Oh my god.
Look at the picture of her.
She's so young.
She was born in 1998.
No. I don't accept that.
She's 20.
I don't accept that.
Why?
It means I'm old.
She was born in 89.
Yeah, that just
December
means
4th of 89.
That just means that we're,
Yeah.
a year away. I'm a year off from her. Year and 10 days.
No, cyanide.
Yeah, that's her, and that's not the poison girl.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Durr. I'm not looking at the actual episode cast. I'm looking at the whole cast.
Yeah, Cyanide died.
Yeah, she did.
Which is a shame. I liked her.
No, I'm thinking of that girl who worked for him, who went out the window. I liked her. She was badass.
And got harpooned.
Yeah.
Her.
Giselle Cutter.
Giselle. Yeah. Right, Cutter. Yeah. That's what he called her.
Yeah, Cutter. And her name is Grace, the girl that Nis is with. Grace Choi.
I do remember Grace from something else too.
The actress?
No.
Oh. But yeah, her name is Grace.
Okay. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. But yeah.
Yeah.
It was
decent.
It was a pretty good episode.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I haven't been able to think of anything to complain about.
I mean, like I said, he was very chill this episode. There's not really anything bad to say about him.
Yeah, maybe next week. There's always next week, right?
Yeah.
Damon
Gumpton.
That's some last name. So anyways, guys, I guess until next time, family is what you make it.